G'day viewers, and welcome back to Pop Will Fix It. Yeah, I'm a bit sick at the moment, head cold, yeah, feel like rubbish, but remember this? Okay, third gear, not that you can see that, watch this. Yeah, that's not right. Well, we're going to do something about that, so this time, well, we're going to start replacing the clutch. Now, this is not a one-man job, so I got a friend, Nick, coming along to give me a hand with all the heavy lifting. Let's get into it.
The first step is to jack up your car.
No, first, crack your wheel nuts and that big nut, axle nut in the centre. Because once you get that up in the air, that's virtually impossible without a rattle gun. And of course, this nut is a 30mm hex nut, 6-sided. So I went out and I bought a 6-point hex socket to fit that. Great, that worked. Then, come over the other side, and that's a 12-point nut. Another socket. Let's keep going. Now we can jack up the car. I do have some wheel chocks around somewhere and more on the way, but you think I can find them? Okay. Block of wood under the wheels, and well, as you all know, this is just grass. We can't jack on that because once you start jacking, those wheels dig in, jack don't move. Something needs to move, either the car or the jack, because as it comes up, it's going to pull in. That's not going to work on that. So, big chuck of ply, and it's marine grade ply. 16mm thick, it ain't gonna bend. Stick that under there. Now we can jack it up. these stands. I made these many years ago. They were purpose built at a set height, big flat base, so it's going to distribute the weight evenly. So I'm a bit pooped from having a bit of a cold and spending the last 10 minutes jacking up car. But in the top, I've got a slot that fits over the pinch weld under here. So we put it under, and that is going to go over, sit over that like that. And we bring the jack down, and it'll be good. But before we drop it, just to make sure, I'm actually going to pull the wheels off. Can't believe I need a hammer to take a wheel off. Next thing you need to do is remove the split pins, or as some of you call them, cotter pins. Won't get into that. There's one here on the tie rod end, and then there's one underneath there on the bottom ball joint. We'll get to that one. Nice shape on that backing plate. That looks cool. And then of course once you take the split pins out, undo the nuts. Everyone's going to tell you at this point you need a ball joint breaker. They're either a fork style that go in and you hit it with a hammer and it breaks it, or it goes over the top like a gear puller, grabs on there, and then you screw a bolt and it pops it out. No, you don't. All you need is a hammer. I've been doing this for 30 years, never failed me yet. Watch out, Ding. There you go, loose. 2 hits with a hammer. How easy is that? And you're not going to damage it because, well, that's cast iron. It's not going anywhere. One down, 3 to go. First tip of the week, always put nuts back on. You can't lose them that way.
Get something on your feet then.
Case in point. For everything else, magnetic bowls are good.
spinner, this one. Stop it in there.
Now, you probably noticed I loosened the nut on the axle, but I haven't taken it off yet. The reason for that is I don't know whether we need to. In my experience, I've had times where I've had to, and I've had times where I've not had to, because once the axle comes out of the gearbox, you can get it out of the way, and it's not a problem. We'll see how we go on this one.
Yep.
Yep. Lean down. There we go. Bottom ball joint out. The stub is now, well, the knuckle is now loose. Now, I'm not just going to pull on that axle, and no, you've got to get in and lever it out of the box. Look for retainers first, which this doesn't have. So, hey, why is the jack still on the...
We didn't put it down yet.
Yeah, let's do that now. And under the car, get yourself a drain pan, because as soon as you pop that axle, fluid gonna fall out. Then you need a leverage device and some access. In there. That's not going to work, it's too long. Next. Oh, that's good for paint. What paint? Baby! That in behind there. And it's still not going to work because I can't get into it. And there's like a frame in the way. So this is awesome. It wouldn't be the Echo if there wasn't dramas. You know what, I'm going to try this from above. Down there. The axle. Down there. There it is. Hang on. Hello. There it is. Alright. Now let's see if we can get a lever in the top. Of course we can't, because there's a bracket in the way there too. Plus lots of other stuff. Frustration setting in. Can't see, I can't feel, all I can smell. Dead gas, burnt oil. Can you get in there, Nick? No, that's not going to work. You know what? Bugger it, let's try the other end. It's got a big hook on it, but I need the bigger one. Hang on, I think I might have it. Yeah, the big one's not going to work anyway. Strut's in the way. Idiot, move the strut. And the frame's in the way! Well, as you can probably see, didn't have much luck with that, so we're going to remove all this and get ourselves some access. Well, I hope. Alright, airbox, battery out of the way. Next thing you need to do is just get these out of the way. These are your shifter cables. Pretty easy. Little clip. Should just fall out, but it's not. Right, okay. There we go. What a pain in the butt that is. Let's see if we can get the other one sideways even. You kind of grab that loop, pull it out, and oh, there we go.
That one easier.
Especially when you know what you're doing. Okay. Now we can slip these off. And we're going to get a pair of pliers and pull these U-clips out of here. There we go, out of here, and that'll get these out of the way. Just like a brake line clip, wriggle wriggle, jiggle jiggle, it should come off. Keywords there being should. Take two. Oh, my voice sounds wonderful, doesn't it? Get on there. There we go. Bit more room, bit more leverage. There we go. One and two. Hey, that can all go in that magnetic bowl. And they can go away. Alright. Yeah, it's going to be hard to mix those up. Now, we might be able to get at this axle. Probably not, because, well, yeah, can you see the end of my finger? Neither can I. We can but try. Well, this is interesting. This side, you can't get at that knuckle pretty much anyway. But this side, it's wide open. Nothing obstructing it at all. Straight shot up from the ground. There we go. So, what we're going to try is we're going to pull this axle out. And then we're going to get a drift, or bar of some description, and put it through, see if we can put it through and knock the other one out. And we'll see how that goes. Alright. Go the other way. It's got a sharper edge on it. There it goes. Leave it off. Now you'll get it in a minute. I'll show you. All right, Nick. As I pull this out, can you pull that out, please? Understandably, it's pretty confined under here. Here we go. We're getting fluid out, so something's happening. So filming under here is not the easiest thing in the world to do. It's coming. You pulling on that? There it goes. Oh, that looks lovely. Should gear oil be cloudy and gluey? And smelly. Well, the axle's out, and so is, well, half the fluid contents of the gearbox. That's not a bad thing when it looks like we need to replace that anyway. Now let's see how we can get the other side out. Alright, so this is actually our left drive axle. The right one's still in the car attached to the hub, but it's just easier to show you on this because we had to pull it out now. Obviously this section, this bolts into the wheel hub. It's splined there, that's how it turns. It's also splined on the other end that goes into the gearbox. And you notice there's a groove here with this little clip in it. And that clip is it's spring loaded, so that when you push it into the gearbox, it goes through, compresses that clip, and then it springs back out once it gets all the way into the gearbox. If that's not locked in, the chances of the shaft coming out or being damaged is really high. Trust me, I've actually done that. I've actually had a job where it didn't clip right in, it came out, and this end section ended up breaking off. We had to replace the whole axle. But that is also why it doesn't come out. That's why we had to use leverage to get it out, and why it was so difficult to get this one out, because it had these brackets moulded into the casing of the gearbox around here like this, and we just couldn't get anything in onto this surface to lever it off. That's the culprit right there. Progress, update, whatever you want to call it. Well, we got the axles out, we switched gears and went over to this side and did get that out. You saw that, and then you saw the milky garbage that came out of the gearbox. Then we were able to get in through there, with a long screwdriver and knock the other axle out from this side. It literally, as far as I can see, was the only way to get it out. Now, you probably can't see it from there, but there's actually a shaft. See if we can zoom in on that. There we go, there's a shaft running across the middle of that opening, which means we had to get around that to get onto the other shaft. Point is, it's out now, as is the slave cylinder, which operates the clutch. It comes down here, and then there's a hard line on a bracket, runs across, and then it bolts on down underneath the throttle body here. 2 bolts there, 1 bolt there, clip there, swing the whole thing out of the way on the rubber hose. That's out of the way, don't need to worry about it. Also, I've taken the bottom bolts out of the, what's that called, bell housing. I've undone the bottom starter motor bolt, but the other one from the top, well, it goes in from the other side. Okay, first time I've ever seen that in 30 years. Got one bolt goes that way, the other one goes that way. So now, we're going to get that block of wood and the jack under here to support the engine, so we can take the gearbox out. Well, so we can remove the mounts, so we can take the gearbox out. Starter motor's down there. And you can see there's the intake manifold, there's the radiator support. It's down there. So, get down there. What I'm doing, my best with the camera here. Open up the back of this plug. There's a 12mm nut. Yeah, you can barely see it. You can kind of see it there. There we go. And then inside that, there's a clip with a single wire. That's the trigger wire for the starter motor. You got to get your hand in there somehow, get that out. Then, as I said, I've already undone the bottom bolt. Now, from the top, you need to get the top bolt, which is right there. And then we've got a few more bolts around the bell housing. Undo them. Undo this mount down here. And there's one down there. So we've got to dismount this, dismount, and dismount, dismount. And hopefully the gearbox should come out. And we have the weight of the engine on the jack. So now we can start undoing those engine mounts. And then the bell housing. And then hopefully the gearbox will come out. That one. Well, I thought I was filming, but apparently not. Both the mounts are disconnected. That one down there, that was fun. That was lots of fun getting that one out. All I had to do was take the bolt out of the centre of it, but well, it's like everywhere from anywhere. Currently just, we've got 2 bell housing bolts to undo, and with a bit of luck, the gearbox will come out.
Could be super glued there.
Don't even. Well, finally, after 5 hours, the gearbox is out. You do not want to know what we went through to get that out. Needless to say, well, it's 5 hours, and it took us to get a gearbox out. That should have taken like an hour and a half, tops. And the clutch is still mounted, and apparently Nick's been playing with this, and that bolt down there, that's not coming out easily. But I'll figure that out. That's the easy part. And I haven't been filming a lot because 5 hours, my battery would have died about 3 hours ago. So, yeah, I hope everyone's keeping up. If not, my bad. We'll see how we go putting it back together. Because at this point, that's going to be the easy part. Now, here's a bit of trivia. In about 85 to 90% of cases, it's not the clutch plate that fails, it's the pressure plate. The clutch plate is the friction plate in here. This is the pressure plate here, and 9 times out of 10, this diaphragm spring dies. I don't think that's the case in this case, but let's pull these 3 bolts out and find out. Well, it's kind of half and half. The friction plate's almost down to the rivets.
It's metal.
But that's not looking too healthy either. Yeah, that's been running on the rivets.
This is going to need to be faced as well.
And Nick's telling me the flywheel will need machining.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Oh. Maybe. I don't know. Doesn't look too great. Feel that? You reckon it would?
It's not too bad. The main issue
Is if it's straight
is
or flat.
no, is if it has hot spots.
Yeah, where it's melted more.
Yeah, where it's heated up more. That's going to be the
And that'll next clutch.
the big deal. Well, you say it'll destroy the next clutch. Well, I really don't care about that because I won't own it then.
You weren't videoing when you said that.
So I'm going to look into that a bit more, have a better look at it from a better angle, and we'll decide from there whether we pull that off, because I really don't want to. It's already been enough drama. As you saw, gearbox is out, clutch is out. We need to have a look at that flywheel, but that's going to be it for today. It's getting late, and I've had enough for today. But next time, we'll be sorting out that flywheel in between, clutch back in, and bigger gearbox back in, and hopefully everything else, and we'll get this thing back on the road. So thanks for watching. Like, share, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and see you on the next one.